album review. And today's album is Mayday Parade, A Lesson in Romantics. I'm joined by Will.
Wash your hands.
Aidan.
Wash your hands.
Myself. And Joe.
Stay at home.
Don't go outside. Yeah, you see, because this will be uploaded on Sunday, so it'll still be relevant.
It will still be relevant.
I mean, we can't see into the future. People might already be dead by that point.
We could be dead.
It's the apocalypse already.
Although, actually, I think it takes minimum 14 days to kill you, so we're still going to be here.
Fair enough.
That's all right then. So yeah, Mayday Parade. This was a choice by myself. I heavily went into this saying this was my favorite album of all time, but I went into it as an open mind. I was thinking, you know what, I could change my mind. I didn't.
Perfect.
It's still the best album of all time. I did think, you know what, I'm going to be open-minded here. If there are bad songs, you know, whatever, you know, it might not be the best album of all time, but, you know, I think this was the hardest top 3 and last song. Just the hardest choices for me that I've ever done.
In your life.
Because anytime I would think, this is probably going to be like the worst song on the album, I'd go, oh no, it's amazing. And that was like every song.
Song.
I think the thing is with Mayday Parade throughout most of their albums, except for that really awful one that they did.
Which one was that?
Black Lines. Not very good. They tried to go like kind of metal, and it didn't kind of work.
No, I didn't like that album either.
No. I think it goes throughout saying that the guitarist is so underrated. Like, he pulls off some crazy shit in like all of their songs, and it's just not. It's present, but it's like not like the. I don't know how to explain it. Like the defining thing that you're listening to, but it's always there. He's always pulling off some awesome.
He's doing kick flips on his skateboard.
Literally back flips, grinding. Yeah.
Grinding.
It's weird when you guys mention about like, the guitarist in this is amazing, or drumming this. That is never something that comes in my mind when listening to album review.
Not at all.
Is it just solely the vocalist, and that's all you do?
No, it's solely like it's the music as a whole. I never go, the guitar's really good there, or the drumming's really good.
So you never
there.
like pick it piece by piece. It's just what it sounds like as a finished.
Yes, because that's how I think it should be judged. Like, it's alright having the best guitar solo in the world. Well, solos are different, actually. That's a bad example. But, like, the best guitar playing in the world. But then if it's just got someone just smashing the hell out of a crash cymbal continuously over the top of it, you wouldn't still go, well, I rated this song well because the guitarist did well, at least. Everyone else was shit. Like, it's the song as a whole.
I think you should pick it piece by piece and identify, like how good each part was.
Yeah, but it's the song as a whole.
Not everyone's a sound engineer.
It's like a football team.
I am a sound engineer.
The football team isn't done on how many goals the best player scored. It's done on if the team won or not.
Yeah, but you still go, he did really well that game.
Yeah, you can, but
exactly. So I can say, the guitarist was really good in that song.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that's anything bad. I'm just saying, me personally, I just don't ever see that. Maybe it's because I'm not as sound engineer. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's just because you got no one single person to root for in West Ham.
Well, I don't know. I root for individual players.
Is that who Denver supports?
Yeah.
You know he does.
I don't. As soon as they start talking about football, I just shut off.
It's a bit like, you know how every time Joe talks and I just shut off?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same with like.
It's the same with football for Joe.
Yeah,
where are we again?
Underrated guitarist. I think he's a lot better than you don't listen out for him, but he's always there doing cool shit.
Why do people say he's not very good? And
I don't know. It's just what I've said.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
So he's not rated at all.
I am the culture. No. Other thing I wanted to say. You can tell I've started writing notes now because I'm just going through them. Like,
it's good. It's good. Keep it going.
Another thing I want to say is this is probably the only album where they used the other vocalist quite a lot. And now, Denver, I don't know if you would even be able to tell that there are 2 vocalists in this album.
I did tell.
You did tell. the other vocalist is the drummer, as known as when me and Aidan saw them live and the drummer was singing. I was like, oh, that's who the other guy is.
Well,
Joseph,
Yeah.
the drummer, that's not true.
I was going to say that's not true. I googled it.
Oh well. that's-
There used to be a second singer, and he left.
What?
Notice how he's not in any of the new stuff.
Bro, that's insane.
And he made a new band called Go Radio, which I showed Aidan.
No way.
And he's just literally a lead singer of them, and they're quite good actually.
Because when me and Aidan saw them live, the drummer was singing.
So the drummer probably took over.
But yeah, I'm assuming it's not the same guy. Dude, that's insane, because my other comment was they should use him more.
No,
I was going to
honestly.
say in their newer stuff they don't use him, and I was like, they need to use him loads more. But
Go listen to Go Radio, and
will.
they're quite good.
Well, hang on. We can't listen to Go Radio. No one's picked them.
Oh.
Well, you don't have to solely
No.
listen to what.
No.
No, only can listen to albums when we select them.
That's
Have you
exactly
been cheating,
right.
Will? Have you been listening to other albums?
Yeah,
I've not
can
listened
imagine.
to an album
No,
for
man.
2 months.
No man.
I've
That's
listened to an
so
astounding amount of albums in those 2 months.
He's cheating on us. I
I'm
bet
sorry.
he's got another friendship group that he does this with.
I don't.
Did anyone get my Jim Carrey reference?
No, I
No.
wasn't listening to you, Joe. I'm sorry.
When did you mention Jim Carrey? What? Did you actually?
Yeah, you seen the Jim Carrey movie Yes Man?
No.
It's such a shame. It's a really good movie. Carrying on.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
he wanted to be Eggman in Sonic?
I
Definitely.
watched that the other day. I watched it like that. I didn't see the end, but I watched most
Any
of
good?
it.
I bet they were like,
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, not too bad. It's not as like kids movie as I thought it would be. It's obviously a kids movie, but
Doesn't Sonic floss in it?
I didn't see that part. If he did,
Sonic does floss in the movie.
If he doesn't, then why isn't he? To be honest.
I think there was a part in the trailers where he like dances after blowing up a vehicle, and then they replaced it in the actual movie with him flossing.
they do that sometimes. I remember the film Wall-E. You know, we were talking about that the other day. There's a shot of Wall-E like running away scared in the
Yeah.
trailer, which never happens in the film.
It's weird too. He's shouting "Comas dias es midwinter."
I
I
always
might watch
say
Wally tonight.
it's false advertising when they do that in trailers. Like, you've promised me that scene in the trailer, and it didn't happen.
Well, no, but like then you could argue that with Marvel films. A lot of Marvel films do that,
Yeah, in fact,
that's
they do it
exactly
constantly.
right.
but they
Yeah,
do it to avoid
exactly right.
spoilers, don't they? So
Yeah, I quite like it.
I think it's bad when it's a comedy, though. Comedy films and trailers just don't go together because they just put all the funniest bits in the trailer. Well, I remember the first time I saw Ted years ago. The trailer for that was so funny. I watched it over and over again. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this film. I was so disappointed by the film because all the funniest bits were the bits from the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
is
like-
bad, isn't it?
But Will kind of strikes me as the kind of guy that laughs at those kind of moments. Like Will seems like the kind of guy that stands up in the theater and goes, "I saw that bit."
Will seems like
What?
the type of guy who like claps at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely is.
It's alright, there's 2 films I've clapped to.
Oh, you have fucking called it.
Yeah, but like everyone did, so it's not like it was just me. Though it was Avengers Endgame,
When he picked up the shield. My hammer.
a few,
Spoilers.
and Star Wars: The Force Awakens. There you go. 2 films in America. That's normal, but like
Did,
UK, it's so weird, and it was like the only 2
No.
films I've seen that happen.
Because
Yeah,
everyone
but
in the UK is introverted.
Yeah, but in America, the like coronavirus is normal now. So
So Joe, what was your least favorite, man?
So, like I said earlier, this was like the hardest picks ever. So my least favorite was When I Get Home, You're So Dead. There's no particular reason. I think I basically, this is my worst favorite because I was in the car singing to all the songs and I couldn't remember one of the lyrics to this song, and I was like,
Least
least
favorite.
favourite.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And that was it. I was like, I can't remember the lyrics to this.
When they're all so close, you
favourite.
just got to pick any excuse, haven't you?
Yeah. Really.
fun fact about that one. That's actually the
Yeah.
first song I ever heard by them.
It was their
Really?
first single, I think.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
one thing we'll note as I'm going through my top here is how long some of the titles are.
Why would Will notice that?
Yeah, why would it be me? What?
Wait, hang on. Did he say Will?
You said one thing Will will notice.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, I
Will.
don't. No, I don't think he did.
It
One
came
thing we
across as
will
if you were insinuating
notice-
Will.
He did
Right.
say me.
I said
don't
one
think
thing.
it did. I
One
think
thing
it was
we
just
will
Joe's
notice.
autism. Sorry, you shut up!
You said one thing will know.
I think it was just his autism leaking.
It was
through.
just
Don't worry
one thing
about it.
Will notice.
All right, this is getting a bit bully-worthed out. but I
Shut
don't like
up.
it. All right, fine.
Right, can someone else's review happen now, please?
Yeah, someone take
I'm
over
very-
me.
Right,
I'm
okay.
done
Well, what
with
I
this.
thought was,
Fuck off.
Where?
Right, a third favorite: Walk on Water and Drown.
was that a song?
It was.
Oh shit, yeah, it was.
Did you listen to the album, Denver?
I did. I just don't remember
You
that
started- You
title.
started. This is getting a bit too far now, Denver. When I start to speak, you turn off, and now when I pick albums, you don't listen to them.
No, I did
It's,
listen to the album. I listened. I don't look at the name of the song while listening to them.
I don't either, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think the thing is with these songs is like if I'm gonna pick it apart and say why it's my favorite song, it's kind of hard to because all the songs are like good for the same reason. Does that make a sense?
What
Does
reason
make
is
sense?
that?
Same reason?
Like, because none of them like really stick out. They're all just like great, but they're all great for the same way
So how
because
did
they
you...
all have. They all have kind of like the same structure. It's and you know the same kind of guitar style. You know, they all kind of sound the same, but with different notes.
So you could understand why if somebody didn't like it, they would dislike them all.
No,
Oh dear. Spoiler
and
alert.
I don't like the foreshadowing.
No,
I'm just-
I don't.
I'm
No,
just-
no.
I'm
This
just
is
saying.
like the Marvel movie trailers. Denver, he's throwing us.
Throwing a curveball.
throwing us off, right?
No, but like
it's actually there wasn't the Hulk in that fight. It was him in a Hulkbuster suit.
because what you're describing is exactly how I felt about the last album we did of theirs, where I was kind of like all of them were just meh.
Yeah, but they're all so good.
Yes, but you're thinking they're all so good, but as in like they're all so similar. So if you like them, you will like them all. In the last album we did, I didn't really like any of them, so I didn't really like. Well, I didn't really like one of them, so I didn't really like any of them. You know, because they're all
Notice he said
similar.
in the last album. I'm just saying
Anyway.
it's happening.
I know it's the curveball. Anyway, as I carry on, I think the standout thing really with all of these is his vocals, like, and the lyrics are insanely good, and his voice is just insane. And
What would you say makes the lyrics good?
how like meaningful they are, and like the metaphors and
Sorry, Will, what are you laughing at?
Nothing. Carry on.
No, go on.
sorry, Will, no, sorry, Will, go on, make your
Go on,
point.
Will.
It's just
Lyrical genius Will Davey here.
It's just the way he said it. It just made me laugh. That was. Carry on. Carry on.
You had your chance for Green Day. This is my favorite shit.
No, I
Be
fully
respectful.
understand that.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, Will.
I
No,
was
no
very
one ripped the
soppy
shit
about
out
of
Green Day.
We
Yeah,
were
no one
respectful to
joked
you.
about it. Not
Yes,
a
it
single person made a joke about Green Day.
I'm pretty
No,
sure Green
not
Day is the
once.
highest rated album, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it must be because we all rated it a 10.
it was all great.
It was all fantastic.
Lucy Hale definitely didn't do better.
Lucy Hale deserved to be better. Just saying.
See, how well did Lucy Hale do? I'd say that as a joke. Oh no, Lucy Hale did do
We
better.
just went through this.
She did.
She did do better than Green Day.
That's funny.
Just shows how wrong you guys are, to be honest. Let's move on.
Second favorite Joe.
Hey, you can't say
Second
let's
favourite.
move on. Sorry.
Sorry. Is if you wanted a song written about you, all you had to do was ask.
Was
now
that a
here's the thing
song?
with this.
Oh fuck! It was a song. Fuck's sake.
Fuck's
Are
sake.
you okay?
Gemma.
It's because I've written them down as like shortened versions because the names were so
Yeah.
long.
So what's that one called? If.
I just put if you wanted a song.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I think the thing is with this song is it starts really slow, and this is really weird because for 2 weeks or a week or whatever, just a long time, this was my least favorite song on the album, and it was quite set in stone. It's down there, and then suddenly today I was like, nope, it's my second favorite.
I get that.
So it's just jumped, and I think it's that slow start that kind of made me feel like it was not as good as the others, but then it just picks up, and it's just like, oh, so good. Yeah.
Number one, Joe. Come on.
Number one.
now, Joe, is this just like a random pick, or is this genuinely your favorite on the album?
This is generally my favorite on the album.
Okay.
And I think the top 2 and 3 could possibly change.
Oh, so this isn't your genuine favorite on the album then?
But this, I said top 2 and 3.
Oh, the top 2 and 3 could change. You don't mean those could change with this one?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, sorry.
We could just cut that.
Misunderstanding.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just cut. So your favorite, Joe?
So, here's the thing: is
Don't know what you're all laughing at.
Going into this album, I thought it was going to be miserable at best because it's just, the big song on the album. It's the saddest song on the album, but it's not miserable at best. In fact, I've heard miserable best too many times, and it went down. It's "You be the anchor that keeps my feet on the ground. I'll be the wings that keeps your heart in the clouds."
I don't know.
I love this song.
I don't know how that's going to fit on the screen. It's going to be in tiny text. ...
And I love this song for one reason, and that is the awesome build that the song kind of does.
Disappointing drop.
How it starts really, really kind of somber and just gets louder and louder and more emotional and then more emotional. And then it's great.
Brilliant.
It's like a fantastic end to the album, though, isn't it?
It is. It's just
The way
like
it goes
going out
out.
with a bang type of thing.
Oh,
Like
so
school
nostalgic.
shooters.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
So yeah, that's my review. Fucking still my favorite album of all time. Awesome.
Thank you, Joe.
Fuck you.
I forgot we don't do ratings till the end, do we?
No,
we haven't done
I forgot that was a thing.
rating, yeah.
I was like, so what is it, Joe?
We haven't done that for about 5, 6 months
but we haven't
now.
done album review in so
We
long.
haven't done album review in 2 months.
Oh, God.
I thought this album was much better than the other one.
Hooray!
Mainly because of the other singer.
Hooray!
Like, every song that he was in really brought a contrast to it. Like, a lot of the songs I thought were, man, it's okay. It's a solid song. Like, it's a good song. It's not bad. There was a few that I did. There was like 2 that I didn't like, but the rest of them were like pretty good songs. But none of them were like. No, I say none of them. Not none of them. That's a lie. But most of them, like, I probably wouldn't have listened to outside of this album. Like, I wouldn't say they're bad, but they didn't have enough of a hook to me to be like, get that on my playlist, kind of thing. Apart from one song. And I don't like the look of the lead singer, like his whole hipster vibe thing that he's going for. Not a fan.
Again, are you letting this affect your rating?
What, his look?
Yeah.
Not really. Because
That's
the
all right.
rating was done off my last listen. It was one of those things where I did my technique where I listened to the album loads at the beginning and then spaced out listens. And that helps because then when I listen to it the final time, it can often like change my view last minute. But yeah, it was definitely better with the 2 singers, and I think that's part of the main reason why I like this album more than the other ones, or the other one that I've heard, other than the old song. Least favourite, because I thought there was nothing to it, and the build-ups were just flat. Was if you wanted a song written about you, all you had to do was ask. I thought it was just a bit of a nothing song compared to some of the others. Also, wasn't a fan of Ocean and is it Atlantic?
Yeah.
That was the other one that was close there, but I disliked If You Wanted a Song more because I feel like that had potential and just was flat.
It's interesting.
It's like the earth.
Yes. Third favourite, again, because I thought it was a great finisher to the album and had the great contrast of the 2 singers, was You Be the Anchor That Keeps My Feet on the Ground, I'll Be the Wings That Keep Your Heart In. Is that
The clouds.
Is it in the clouds?
Yeah.
Why did my thing copy it as... Oh, I guess it just can't copy that much. Better fix that on the old spreadsheet. Because otherwise that would have been in the final thing.
Oh, that would have been so silly.
So very silly.
Could you imagine?
Imagine the scenes, lad.
Imagine all the people.
There we go. Oh, that's messed up. I'll fix that anyway. Yes. Second favourite was...
Sorry, did you not have what?
I said my third favourite.
Why was that your third favourite?
Because of the good contrast between the singers and good finisher.
Okay.
I feel like from album review, not enough albums finish on a strong song. It's almost like they put the best songs in there and then kind of just put filler at the end. This wasn't a filler at the end.
But it does almost feel like it is supposed to be an end to the album, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does, yeah. It's like the crescendo of it all. That was a musical word.
Shut up.
Okay.
A song that at first I didn't like, but then the more I listened to it and sort of read the lyrics of it, I liked it better, was Miserable at Best.
Ooh.
Second.
Ooh, I thought you'd find that song really boring.
Yeah, I did at first, but then it was one of those where like it was one of the only song that I felt on the album had feel to it. Because I feel like, right, this is the thing. Anytime I hear the main singer of this, I don't vibe with it. So all the songs that had the other singer in it predominantly, or at least half of it, I was much more invested in.
I'm so confused by your logic.
Me too.
Because the other singer is, well, I mean, I suppose you could get away with saying that the contrast is quite good between them, but the other singer is
worse. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But when he was in it, I don't know, I preferred it. There's something about the lead singer's tone that just puts me resistance against it. So like I could never connect with any of the songs. That's why a lot of the songs that were mainly like him, I was kind of like, well, it's a good song, but I don't think I'd ever listen to it, like outside of doing this.
Whereas you feel the two singers combined,
made a great song that I would actually want to listen to.
They bring something more to the table.
So yeah, Miserable at Best, the only one that I felt actually had somewhat feel to it, that I could connect to. Now, the best song on this album was after the first time I listened to it, I was like, this is the best song by a mile. It got sort of less so because I kept listening to it on repeat.
Can I take a prediction?
Go.
It's going to be Black Cat.
Does everybody want to have a prediction?
No, because I'd pick two. I think it's going to be weird. I reckon it's probably like something weird, like Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Jamie all over.
Okay.
Okay, you're all wrong. It's When I Get Home, You're So Dead.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because it sounded like it could have been a Don Broco song. Don't know why I got that feel.
That's not true because Mayday Parade are good.
So obviously Denver's now a massive Don Broco fan. Then I'm loving this.
You couldn't help your smog, could you, Will?
I feel like
I was so happy about that.
I feel like that had such a different feel. I know I've said about feel again, but it
had more of like a grungy.
Yeah, it had a very different feel to the rest of it, to the rest of the album. Hence, like, because like most of in my notes on most of the songs, are just like it's a good song. Don't really have a lot to say about it because, like I say, the lead singer, just don't feel like I connect with his voice. I can appreciate that it's a good song, but I wouldn't personally like put it on a playlist. Whereas a few songs where they had those contrasting moments, I was like, that's good, get that in there. And then, but When I Get Home, You're So Dead. The first time I heard that, I was like, I love this song. And that, I remember when I was listening to it, like, because obviously that's like the third song on the album. I was like, the first couple of songs, I'm like, oh, can I get into this? And then the third song, I'm like, this is it. I like Mayday Parade now. This is it. And then after that, it was kind of just, oh no, it's just that song's just different to the rest. And the rest of them still good. Like I say, I'd only say a couple of them were like I would say Ocean and Atlantic, and the other one I didn't like. If you wanted a song written about you, I would say that those songs were like the other album, where it's just all of them are a bit meh. Like those were the meh songs. But other than that, yes, it was all right. It was good. Some good songs on there. Some meh songs on there.
I am happy with that.
That's all I have to say.
I can take that.
You're turning. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but if this is the best they got, it's not It's not going to get any better than this, is it?
It's not
Well,
the best I've got. trust
Hey,
me.
you got to listen to all of them. They've got Monsters in the Closet. You got Tales
That's the
Told
best
by
one.
Dead
Yeah, but
Friends.
what I liked about this was the other singer
Hey,
who
Weber.
went after this album.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. These are all like prior. Wait, he's in
It
Ghost.
wasn't
isn't he?
after this album.
He's in Monsters in the Closet.
Yeah, I swear he's in. Because he's one of the main singers in the late night in A Table for Two.
Monsters in the Closet is the best one by far.
You reckon?
Or that or the very new one. The newest. I really like that
No,
one as well.
Sunnyland is not the best.
Sunnyland's good, but it's not the best.
I still think probably Monsters in the Closet is my fave.
Well, we'll
Now,
have to
after
do
this
that one
album, the
at some
lead
point.
singer left.
Oh, bless.
What?
The other singer
Left?
left after the first album.
No, he
The
didn't.
first album.
Yeah.
He's in Monsters in the
When
Closet.
did Monsters in
This
the
isn't
Closet?
the first album.
Is it not? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No.
He's definitely
No,
not in
it's-
Monsters in the Closet because this on the wiki it says the other singer left in 2007 when the first album came out.
So wait, I thought the first album was A Tale Told by Dead Friends, or is that an EP?
No,
That
the
must be
first
an EP.
album was Mayday Parade, what we did before.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was
Not
Oh, no, it's
2011.
not. No, it's
was
not.
it?
It's Anywhere But Here, isn't it?
This is the
No.
first album because the first
looks-
ever song they released was
No.
bloody
When I Get Home, You're So Dead.
When I Get
No,
Home.
this
So
is not
Dead.
the first album because this came out in 2000 fucking.
7, which is the first album.
Yeah, no, he is right.
Yeah, you're right.
Then Anywhere But Here, then Mayday Parade,
No,
then Monsters in the Closet.
that's an EP,
Also,
yeah.
sorry, also went to say that they redid the music video for Black Cat, like in the last
Redid?
3 years.
Why?
I don't
Kinda
know
Weird.
because obviously I watched them in the music videos as well, see if that can help, because it very rarely hinders the song, so it does, if anything, it can help. And yeah, I was looking through them because obviously the music videos are quite old because it's like 2007. Apart from that one, I'm like, why is this one in HD? And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, they redid the music video. Or at least did a music video that maybe didn't originally have one, I don't know. Because back in 2017, they like re-released the album, so whether they redid a music video as well to try and help boost it, I don't know.
I don't know. Clearly, I'm not as big a fan of as yet.
Talking of big fans,
Mm-hmm.
Aidan.
Huge, big boy. Massive boy. Also big fan. Yeah. I mean, I do struggle to really express my love for Mayday Parade. So what I did here as my notes, because it's the first time I've ever done this. I was like, I need to compare it to things that I love. So I compiled a list of things that I would say that I like just as much as I like Mayday Parade. Just to give you an insight into my mind, okay?
It's me.
So soft toast cut into triangles like they're tiny buttery pizza slices. Calling the Pope tall hat twat. The smoked cheese that I'd regularly buy from Aldi that in our house is called, quote, Aidan's special cheese. War crimes. Joe's lack of any common sense. Being the douchebag at a party that pulls out a guitar. Crack. The Bionicle movies. And the award-winning game The Last of Us. Fuck you, Neil Druckmann. The list goes on. And because of this, I feel like I wrongfully rated the last album that we did. And Denver actually made me see this because I was speaking to him about it. And like I was telling him how much I loved it. And he said, Aidan, you handsome devil, if you loved all the songs so much, how come it wasn't a 10? And as much as I hate to admit it, because it's never the case, he was right. Like, I was just being reserved. And in all seriousness, their albums are like liquid joy being injected into my veins. So I fucking, like, Mayday Parade are just great. They're amazing. The worst song, though, Ocean and Atlantic.
Yes.
And again, I want to stress that all the songs on this album, to me, are personally great. But the reason I feel that this one's the worst is because they had a strange harmony throughout all the choruses. Like, their voices kind of clashed a little bit. And that was literally it. Other than that, I still think it's a great song. I got no problems with it.
Interesting.
You all with me so far?
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
I'm with you,
mate.
Good stuff. Number 3. shock, because it's at number 3. Miserable at best.
Ooh, it's
That's
not
right.
Mm.
I suppose the reason that'd be a shock is because it's it's the saddest song. Aidan likes sad songs.
You've heard it too many times.
No. The reason is because I feel that there are a couple more deserving of the higher spot. Because although it's like an absolutely fucking class song, class, is that what Will says? Is that what the
It is
kids
class.
say?
I always say class.
Do you say stellar as well?
No, I don't say stellar.
With stellar vocal
I
performance.
say Corona.
My
Corona.
and then but to kind of to top it all off with Miserable at Best, it's like it is done solely with a piano. Like it is extremely stylized and combined with the great lyrics. I couldn't not include it in my top 3. It is just so different to everything else on the album. Not different to what they've done ever, but it's like I feel like this is one of those kind of songs that cemented what they became. Yeah,
I'd agree with that. To be fair.
Why are you all fucking silent?
I'm with you.
Oh, you just can't.
You're nice
I'm
listening.
interested. Yeah. I love
your
your
words. Yeah, I've just got a bit lost in everything.
You're
you
like
say.
People
like a
come.
poet.
They
I'm
come
ready
for
to
the
pull my
album.
trousers down. To be fair, sorry.
They come for the album review, but they stay for the amazing
Album review.
the amazing album review. Number 2, Jamie All Over. I know, another shocker based on your
Definitely
reactions.
another.
But despite being played countless times, it never fails to get me belting out of the top of my lungs. It's a surprising sort of change of pace when compared to some of their more famous songs.
It's so much
Like,
more upbeat than most of their famous songs.
And that's what I mean. Like compared to the other songs that you know as Mayday Parade's most famous, it is one of their more like upbeat.
You go to like any emo kid, you go, what Mayday Parade known for? They'll go, sad, right? Sad, emotional. But they actually have, like you said, Jamie All Over, Black Cat as well. That are like really upbeat and.
I mean, their lyrics still stray from.
Yeah, they're not, but it's not sad.
Well, no, I mean, I suppose not. But anyway, whenever I think of Mayday Parade, like Jamie All Over is one of the main songs that comes to mind. And number 1, I apologize, Denver. You be the anchor that keeps my feet on the ground. I'll be the wings that keep your heart in the clouds.
It's alright, Joe already picked it as top, so it fits in perfectly.
That's fine. That's perfect.
We've all put it in our top 3, so it's going to look like a right mess.
But realistically, I love this song so much. It's so simplistic. But okay.
No, sorry, go.
What were we going to say?
I was going to say one of the things like about that song in particular.
Thanks, Joe. Well,
yeah. Cheers, man.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't really given anything.
sorry, Joe. I'm not.
That was really mean.
Damn.
Just toughening you up, coronavirus.
What I was going to say is one of the things about this album in particular that kind of gives me like nostalgia is duetting most of the songs in the car with Aidan. I used to pick him.
It's not gay.
It's not gay.
Who does the no longer lead singer parts?
We just know. We just know.
So to me, it sounds like you're both singing at the same time, and that's not a duet.
It is a duet. We actually do. No, not gay, but we do actually legitimately like split up the parts and sing it properly.
Yeah, we do. We used to anyway. We haven't done it in years, but
that's because you don't like see each other now.
Some of the best memories of our car trips, Aidan. Very wholesome.
I particularly like the part where you hit the pothole and Will had to come out at like 2 a.m. to come help us.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Even though Denver was closer.
Yeah, but we didn't want to wait
engineer.
Denver. Well, that doesn't really mean anything.
No.
He was on afternoons. I was on early morning.
Yeah, but you're up till 3 a.m. anyway.
Actually, I think I was on mids, but yeah. I
love that you had to put that in there.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure.
As if anybody gave a single semblance of a fuck what shift you were on. Fuck you. Anyway, as Todd Howard would say, this song, it just works. You see that mountain? You can climb that song. But I think what sticks out to me personally in the track is the bridge in You Be My Anchor, etc. And that's because it's just such a good hook, and like there's a really great bit where he shows his vocal range and that all the harmonies work so well together. And the guitar tones are given that weird ambient feel. Like you say, it's perfect. It is like closing a final chapter on a book. It really has that feeling of like, it's done, and then you want more, and so you move on to the next album. I love it. Absolutely love this album to pieces.
It's fair play.
Will.
So, I think this is a very good album. I'm a huge Mayday Parade fan. However, there is one song on this album that I can't understand, and I don't get why everyone likes it so much. And it's going to be my worst. And it's Miserable at Best. I can't stand it. I think it's so boring. I don't understand how it's become this huge thing that everyone loves. Because to me, it's just so bland. And it sounds like he's like, I don't know, it's so dreary. And
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Because I thought that in the first few listens.
God.
I remember thinking, that's clearly the worst one. But it's like it just clicked one day. I was like, oh, I like this
The thing
song.
is, I've listened to this album like a million times, and I've been a big Mayday Parade fan for so long, but this song, I have never been able to get my head around why people like it so much. I don't get it. I don't know. It just makes me depressed listening to it. I don't get the hype, and that's why it's my worst. And I just think they don't really show any of their vocal range in it. I think it's just
Again,
meh.
it's
got
very
nothing about it.
It's very monotone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just so monotone and bland, and
I think that's why I like it, you see, because it sounds different to all the other stuff.
I get you. It's just fucking But to me, every other song I really like even Ocean Atlantic, which you and Denver and Aidan didn't seem to like that much. I really like that song. Like every other song, I think's great. But I've never understood Miserable at Best and why people like it so much. Other than that, though, I think the whole album is pretty ace. It was interesting going back to it because I hadn't listened to it in such a long while, and it's weird how like my opinions have changed on a lot of stuff. So like Jamie All Over, while I think that's a great song, it has definitely fallen into that case of listened to it so many times that it's just I don't really want to listen to it anymore. But like the biggest thing that surprised me is my number one on this, because it's one that I've never really taken any notice of, that I've actually now it's become literally my favourite on the album. So I'll go with my third, which is going to be quite consistent because it's in all of our top threes, and that's You Be the Anchor That Keeps My Feet on the Ground. I'll Be the Wings That Keep Your Heart in the Clouds.
Nice.
Like we've said before, great outro.
Is that your number 3?
Yeah, that's number 3. Great outro, great. It's just a great song. And to be fair, that probably used to be like my favourite. But I've just started to listen to some of the other stuff a bit more and prefer the other stuff. But no, it's a great song. The vocals work together really well in it, and just a great end. Second.
Do we think that one day we'll be doing all the Mayday Parade albums? Will we be going with album review long enough to do them all?
I think so, because I'd really like Monsters in the Closet to come up.
I would.
That's my favourite. I fucking love that album. Number 2, if you wanted a song written about you, all you had to do was ask. Yeah, again, to me, it's so similar to like You Be the Anchor, because it just in the structure of it all. And how it has like a great end and a great build up, and just in that sense, its second longest title as well. Again, it's just a fantastic song.
I think the way that they sing that song specifically is it feels more weighted behind it for some reason.
Definitely, it's got more texture, you know.
No, I don't
Yeah,
understand
you know,
what you're saying.
No, I
you know
disagree.
exactly
I
what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
a hollow song.
More
just-
feel.
You-
More
it
feel.
looks like there's texture, but you actually pick it up and like you think it's a bar of gold, but you actually realise it's just plastic sprayed gold.
No, that's what miserable at best is. Bland, boring, hollow,
Oh.
just shite.
You want to fight about it, Will?
You're fine about it.
Why are we constantly trying to fight each other now?
Because we're not allowed to see each other anymore, and I'm just any
It's 'cause-
excuse.
Coronavirus is secretly the zombie virus, and we're turning into like cannibalistic zombies.
Okay, Joe, get back into your 13-year-old's hole.
As long as I
Okay.
turn first, so I can eat you, Joe.
Joe starts writing a novel.
I mean,
It's novel time, baby.
I've always wanted to eat you, Denver.
The curtains were brown.
Thank you.
That's dope, man.
Before I get on to my number one, I'll do some honourable mentions.
Awesome.
Black Cat,
Oh.
which used to, I think Aidan might remember. That probably was my favourite Mayday Parade song for so long. And I still think it's a great song. However, going back and listening to the album, I don't like it as much as I used to. And as well as that, probably Jersey. That's a classic Mayday Parade. I love
Jersey
that
is a
dearly.
classic.
And they're probably the two standout ones that didn't make it into the top three, but all the rest of the songs were great. Other than Miserable List. But number one, which again has been my biggest surprise, and is Take This to Heart.
That's a good
I
song.
think that
That's a
song
really good song.
is so underrated, and
Who underrates it?
there's so many build-ups, and because it looked like it's got some of the least listens on this album, which I think it should be way up there with one of their best songs. It completely took me by surprise how good it is.
It's when it
His
goes into
vocals in it is
that
great.
halftime thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it.
I love that.
Like 3/4 of the way through, especially it just works so well. I love that song now, which I'd never taken any notice of before. But yeah, it's really interesting going back to this album. It's obviously a great album. I don't know how I'd compare it to the last one we reviewed, Mayday Parade, but we'll just have to wait and see because I can't remember what my last rating was for the other one. Might be on par, to be fair, because I'd say that they were very similar in that they're just good albums.
You gave it a 9 before.
I gave it a 9.
What did I
That's
give it?
interesting.
8.5.
That is very interesting. Move on. That's my album review concluded.
Corona.
Should we have some ratings?
Yeah. It's a 10.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Explosions!
I think we all saw that coming.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
2.
What?
Fuck you, Joe.
Next
You're joking?
Next fucking joke.
Fucking what?
You're not. You are joking. Of course, he's joking.
Just joking. He said it was good.
It's not rated at 2.
Denver.
I'm waiting for the next rating.
No,
Fuck
no,
off.
hang on.
not.
Fuck off, is it too?
There was too much reggae.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right, what's your proper rating?
Is this like a vendetta?
Yeah, it's a vendetta.
Yeah.
I thought, fuck you, Joe.
Oh, man, that's fair. No, you're not rating it a 2. You're not allowed. You said it was better than the other album. What did you rate the other album?
5.5.
So you said this one was better.
Yeah, but don't like reggae.
So it's a minimum of
Denver.
It's just
What is it?
7.5.
oh,
Oh.
Wow.
It could be a true 30, boys.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Could be.
it's definitely going to be because I read it at 9.5.
It's gonna be the fucking highest rated album, and it's a fucking Joe pick.
What was it for True 30 again?
Over 7.5.
Oh.
Fuck off.
Well, you rated it 2 as well.
Don't deny me of this.
So Aidan, you said yours, didn't you? 9.5. It's a 7 from me.
Is it really?
No, it's an 8.5.
Yay!
I
Ah,
got a true
God.
30. It's my first true 30.
I think is that the new highest rated album?
Woo! I
No
don't
way.
think so. No, it can't.
Fuck, I should have given it less.
Was it? It
I was
is, isn't it?
so close to giving it a 7. Fuck, no, it's equal highest.
Oh,
Woo! I'm happy
This
with
is
that.
equal highest.
Yeah.
honestly, yeah.
Panic at the Disco.
35.5. Oh, do you know, the whole time listening to this,
Equal highest.
I was like, it's a 6.57. I couldn't tie it up. And the last time I was listening to it, I was like, you know what? Even the songs I didn't like were only kind of meh, and the rest of them were good. So I was like, it's good enough to be a 30. So I had to give it a 7.5.
We're all tied up. We're
I
all
love
tied
Mayday
up.
Parade.
Awesome. So, next pick.
It's a me. So, going by the trend that we're going back to artists we've picked before, I'm the last one to pick, I think. Unless Aidan. Aidan, have
No,
you
Aidan's
picked?
still got a pick.
Oh, all right. So, this.
What, you think you're fucking special?
I always forget whether I'm last in the list or.
Fuck off, you're last in my list.
Oh, that's really mean.
And that list is kissing people, and you're last.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
I'm not kissing you well.
Well, but what am I?
why? So, next pick. It's got to be. It's Post Malone. Hollywood's bleeding because we need the whole three.
Oh,
We need the whole three.
No.
Every time he releases an album, I'm gonna pick it, whether you
I
like it
kind
or
of
not.
like Post Malone. I'm just sick of him.
No, you're not.
Hang on,
No,
after
you're not.
last
could
you
never be
picked
sick
it
of
last
him.
time, to be fair, Joe, so.
Yeah, true.
Joe, you're not sick of him. Let's be honest.
3 are the same.
Well, we've got to be done.
You can put my rating in already, Denver.
You've not listened to it.
What are you
So-
talking about? I've heard enough already.
What's your rating, Aidan?
It's a 0.
It's
You like circles. I
I mean, you
already
like
know you
circles,
like
so it's at
circles.
least a 0.5.
Ah, shit. All right, 0.5.
So this is going to be interesting.
Why is
Okay.
that?
Obviously, we've done the 2 previous, and it's going to be interesting to see like what you think to the third. Really, I don't know.
I think the problem is I'm gonna have to be weighing it against itself, kind of thing.
Well, like the other
And
ones.
to do that, I'm gonna have to go back and conduct some research of listening to the other ones, which is just gonna make me really sad.
Yeah, but surely if you really hate the old ones, it could help this one.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. It's either that or I kill myself. After.
You just have to listen to no other artists. Like that's literally what
I
I've ended up
think-
doing with some of these albums.
I hope the coronavirus gets me before the end of this album.
Oh no,
Joe, I don't
on.
understand
No.
what this random hatred. Like you, like I was surprised by Post Malone. I'm
just-
glad Will picked
I
it.
know.
like
Now all of a
Post
sudden you're like,
Malone.
fuck you, Post.
Shitting on him.
I'm just not in the mood for Post.
I wasn't in the mood for Mayday Parade, but you know what
Well,
happened?
I don't know. Maybe I'll listen to it. Maybe it'll change my mind.
I need to just
You've
go on
got to
Apple
smoke a
Music.
blunt while listening to it, though. That's the thing.
isn't it?
My
isn't
drug
it
dealer
kinda
doesn't
weird?
operate during coronavirus.
No.
No.
Sorry, Aidan.
No, it's illegal. It's illegal to go out.
It's illegal to go out, yeah, that's why they stopped. Oh, it's
All
hip hop
crime
rap.
drops to 0.
That's how it works.
He's
right?
just like he's like, let's go rob a bank, and he puts his hand in his chest. He's like, no, Terry, we can't.
Can't we gotta stay at home?
We
should
should
go
go down.
That's what we should do. Solve all prison and everything. Just every time there's a crime, to close the whole country down.
Stay at home, boys.
So just for reference, Stoney got
That's
Stoney got
Too much. You're right.
25.5, and then Beer Bongs and Bentley's got 26.5.
Fantastic.
So when did this album come out?
Last year.
End of last year, wasn't it?
Hmm.
What the fuck is that picture?
Him taking
What,
a
the
piss.
album cover?
What's he doing? Is he taking a piss?
Yeah,
No, he's not.
he definitely is.
No, he's not.
Oh no! Who are these people? Who is the baby?
That's a rapper.
Who is Lil Baby further down? Is the baby and Lil Baby 2 different people?
Oh, I can't wait for this album.
Da baby.
Oh man, Ozzy Osbourne, man. Post put Ozzy on the map.
He really did.
Who is Ozzy Osbourne?
You're gonna forget how many great songs are on this album.
I've already forgotten.
So, Joe, any closing words?
Fucking waited so long to do this. Stay at home.
I have some closing words.
Oh, okay.
Wash your hands.
Stay safe. Wash your hands. Please do stay at home. For fuck's sake.
Don't go to theaters. People are bringing guns to them now for more entertainment.
But seriously,
Immersive.
don't. Just be safe.